So reflections on month two. Um, month two has been interesting because, I've kind of gotten used to the fact that I'm a little injured and I got to nurse my knee, and it's really holding me back. And it's kind of an interesting dynamic because, if I push it too hard getting stuff now, it might really get to me in the long run and kind of knock me out later. But if I don't get stuff now, then I'm not going to store it up. It's been raining constantly for the last couple weeks, and that is usually pretty awesome. Sit around, eat a bunch of food, watch movies. But right now, it pretty much sucks. Everything's molding, and all the acorns finally got blown out of the trees, which I couldn't climb because my knee was hurt. And then I started gathering them, and now it's dumping rain, and they're probably all rotting. So that's a major setback. I have noticed on month two that Zap pretty much tells you what you're gonna do. You can't really make plans. You just wake up and, the weather or your circumstances tell you what your day is gonna be like. For example, today I woke up and the top had blown off my dryer, and all of my walnuts that I gathered in the rain were totally soaking wet and starting to mold. So I'm probably going to spend the majority of my day trying to get the husks off and crack those and get the nuts drying somehow on the fireplace. That's another thing that kind of has hit me on month two, is that you have to use these things. Normally, if you had some moldy walnuts, you might just toss them and buy some new ones, or whatever. But it's pretty difficult because if you have something that's a resource, you really need to use it. So you can't afford to throw it away. I would say that month two really has been flip-flopping back and forth between like feeling like I've totally got this in the bag and it's not going to be a big deal, and pretty much despair and feeling like I'm totally not prepared for this and that there's just like no way it's going to happen. So that's been interesting psychologically, going back and forth. I would say the highlight of month two was tanning my hide. That was a really awesome experience. And definitely we got a couple roadkill this month, and that really helped because I felt like I had a lot more energy eating meat, and I canned up and smoked up a bunch of it. So that was definitely an advantage with winter coming on. So month one, I lost 12 pounds, and I weighed 153, which was my low. And in month two, the day after Thanksgiving, I weighed myself, and I weighed 156. So I've actually gained 3 pounds. So I've noticed that my arms don't look as emaciated. I feel like 156 is an acceptable weight for me. I would rather be 165, but I'm content with this, as long as I'm not plummeting and just going down and down. I feel like month one, I was just kind of stressed out. My body was adjusting the whole change, and psychologically, I was just like overwhelmed. And so, maybe I could have eaten more of my stores than I did, and that's probably why I lost a lot of weight, just because the transition was kind of stressful to me. Now in month two, I've kind of settled in, and I feel like I'm just like more in my zone. And hopefully the rain will let up and month three can be a nice, beautiful December. I'm not sure if it will or not. 2 months down and 10 to go. I'm glad to know that I'm not... Howard, get on the couch.